Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video you're going to have some Division 9 Season 5 online ranked gameplay in the middleweight division, and we're going to be using Robert Whittaker, who I believe is the best fighter in the division, and my opponent's going to be using Kelvin Gastelum. And as you can see from my opponent's banner, my opponent's reached Division 20 across Season 2 to Season 4, so he's obviously going to be a high level fighter. I've only ever reached Division 20 in Season 4, so going into this fight I knew it was going to be a good fight, and my opponent's using Gastelum, which he would have fit the old meta, and with this current meta of kickboxing he'd still do fairly well, but not as good as he would have been in the boxing meta, so pre-patch. So I was interested to see how my opponent was going to adjust, and as you can see off the get-go, my opponent's he used a leg kick. He's using obviously mainly boxing combinations. With Kelvin Gastelum you've got to be very careful, because Kelvin Gastelum has a lot of power in his hands, and that's something you've got to be wary of going into the fight. And I don't want to take too much damage, especially the higher weight classes. It takes longer to recover, and I felt fairly confident with Robert Whittaker, because Rob has very good boxing. He's got a good kicking game. He's got those sneaky head kicks. And also, if I'm starting to get pressure too much, I can look for the takedown, because Rob has good wrestling. So, as you can see, my opponent's been very aggressive. He's throwing similar combinations, and I'm trying to pick up on them slowly. Throwing a lot of hooks, and my opponent's clearly trying to get me out of there early. Trying to pressure the pace, and had this been pre-patch, I believe my opponent probably would have dropped me by now with how much he's pressing. And this goes to show you how different it is pre-patch to post-patch. My opponent sways there and I get the stun using the hooks, and then I start to unload, apply some pressure, and that stun has given me the confidence I needed to deal with the pressure, and it's given my opponent something else to think about. And as you can see, I get the knockdown here because my opponent's swaying the same direction. I hit him with the same left hook, so it's something I've picked up on, and my opponent's mixing in these leg kicks very well. I mean, Kelvin's not got the best kicking game, but they're going to add up and start doing some damage. And I'm predominantly focusing on boxing. I'm not trying to throw kicks and get caught on the end of one of Kelvin's punches. So my main focus here is to outbox my opponent technically. As you can see, I'm trying to pick up on these patterns. My opponent's landed more strikes, but I'm landing the more significant blows. Obviously I had the knockdown and the stun. Now I can see that the left hook's causing my opponent's a lot of issues. You can see here, left hook straight and then hit with the uppercut. My opponent does a good job of not letting me get on top. So right now my confidence is at all-time high. My opponent's head health is not in the best position, especially for round 1, and that left hook has been a key success, and it's what helped me sneak in the straight to get the latest drop. And I know, based on the fight tempo and how it's going, my opponent's gonna gas out relatively soon. If not this round, the next round my opponent's stamina won't be in a good position, and it's something I'm going to look to take advantage of. And here, as you can see, I'm throwing very little strikes, and the strikes I am throwing, they're simple 1-2 combos unless I get a drop or a rock, and then I push forwards more. And that's to conserve stamina, and because I don't want to get hit with anything significant. As you can see there, I managed to get the drop with 3 seconds to go, and my opponent would have been finished there. So the reason I'm keeping my boxing combination short is Kelvin, I feel like, has got a slight speed advantage, so I don't want to get clipped. I'm using my distance, I'm absorbing the strikes where I can, using head movement where I can. And as you can see, my opponent shoots for the takedown straight away this round. He's abandoned his game plan of the boxing, and as soon as my opponent done this, okay, I knew straight away that this fight's going to be over with very quickly. We get the knockdown here, and my opponent's head health is in a terrible position. Again, I go for that left hook, but my opponent's jab preventing me landing it, and the left hook's been significant throughout this fight. I hit him with a right there to get the stun, and I'm pushing slowly, only throwing my jab out. Again, my opponent goes for the takedown, we deny, and if you look at my opponent's stamina, it's in a terrible position, so it's not going to take much to finish this fight. He's been hurt a lot. I'm looking for the strike to finish it. It doesn't need to be a big strike just because of the head health. Again, that left hook was the key to everything here. And we unload to the body. Again, I'm just staying patient, letting my opponent use the stamina and trying to counter my opponent. My opponent's pushing himself towards the fence now, which is ideal. That left hook again was the best punch I've thrown. It's the left hook that actually gets the finish, and it's the little things you have to pick up on. The left hook was landing constantly, so I was therefore throwing it where possible, and the left hook was ultimately the punch that led to winning this fight. So that's the video today. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.